Oh, it started without me. Everybody, today we're doing What Remains of Edith Finch. I don't know any of the controls. I'm looking for. Is there no way to have subtitles? I want a reticle. I guess this is just this. How do I? Oh, do
A
I?
lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
I guess I'll turn the reticle off. It is kind of annoying. No, come on. So I don't actually have a single idea, like anything about this game. We're gonna discover it together.
Hi.
I lived
Hey,
here until I
GJ's.
was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That is. There's no way that is up to code. How am I supposed to go? There's a gate. Oh, what?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I should open them. Or I guess I'll just close it. That's cool.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. Yeah, I can zoom in. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Let's see. Cameras. Maybe that's the point.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Wow. There's the key.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
He's a type of bird. Which way do I go? There's two ways. I can go left, down to the woods, or I can go right. I think I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna get mauled by a bear. It's a beautiful game. I gotta give it some credit there. Like, I've been playing for less than 5 minutes.
The truth
and
is,
it's stunning.
even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Where is the house? Oh, I see your
The
tree.
woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Feels almost like a movie. I keep spoiling it by talking. Oh, that's a basketball hoop.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
There's no way that's structurally safe. That house is gonna fall at any minute. That's a dragon. Oh, look at the dragon. I should go into the house if I want to see the dragon. And this trash can. Ooh! I got a belly. I mean, I got a belly in real life, but it's weird that that detail is there in that way. Oh, I can't go with the dragon. So why let me come over here? I can't do anything. Oh. Oh, my brother's missing. Milton Finch. That's not good. Somebody should find him. Not me, though. Who's it? Oh, it's Milton Finch. I guess I didn't have to go over there to see the missing posters.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Maybe because you've got that stuff up there. There's no way that's safe.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay. Oh, I can do something here. Oh, no, I can't. That's a hole in the fence.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
How old's your mother? Rude thing to start off saying. You serious?
Crawling
What?
through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Why did I do that?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Why did me and my big belly crawl through the doggy door? Couldn't have gone through a regular door? Didn't even try the front door.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Ooh, they got one of them Brita filters. It's actually really smart.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Ordered today, 389 Store Crop Avenue. Okay, so we're in Washington. What was that? Hello? Hello? Oh.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Where's the cat? Molly!
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
And... ew. Oh, it's rice and noodles. I was like, that's disgusting.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
I take it that was her chair.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Hello?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Sank? I don't know what kind of game this is. I'm so confused.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Let me in. I gotta recycle stuff. Oh. Hello? Wait, I was just in here. Open the front door.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Is that a bong? Top of packing peanuts. No, I know it's a lamp.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
I'm scared.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Can I ride this? No.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Who's Edie? Is that the grandmother? I wasn't paying attention.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
That's a bird. That's two birds. Oh, because they're finches. Stupid.
My
Calvin
grandpa
was
Sam
11.
spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
What? What? Why? Greg, you were
As a
one.
kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
I'm like strangely uncomfortable playing this.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Ooh! I promise I'm an adult. Barbara. Oh.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Heard that. Barbara, you lived to be 16, then you died.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
It's so weird. This is so weird. Like, it's not bad, but it's weird. It feels like I'm just, like, in someone's house.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Really? That's what the key was to?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What? Nope. I think I'd rather find out what's going on elsewhere. Like with Molly, who lived to be 10.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
What is this game? And there's still like an entire upstairs I haven't done anything with.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Oh, well, never mind. I guess I'm going that way. Is that a saw? Yes. Yes, it is. Sorry, my stomach's making noises. I just went and had lunch. Just me and my tubby little belly coming through.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Look at my belly. Sorry, I should take this more seriously. Owls!
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Why'd I close that? What? I wanted to open that. Never mind, I guess.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Is that a clue? Something I'm supposed to do? Wish I could open that back up again. What do I do? Is there more back there?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Don't eat the gerbil. No. A pumpkin?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
I mean, it's December. Am I gonna eat the goldfish?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Good, don't eat the goldfish. Eat the starfish. Don't eat the starfish. I gotta eat. Oh. No, it's a bathroom.
I kept eating and eating.
No. Ugh.
I ate a lot of things that night.
I don't understand.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
I didn't eat the gerbil food.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
What kind of accent is that? Don't jump out the window.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Don't.
And suddenly,
What? Oh, it's the
I
cat.
was a cat.
What? 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 I don't understand. What is this game? How do I... There isn't a jump button. Oh!
I tried
here.
to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Oh. I figured out what the button is.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
They look like mannequins. They're scary. Look, Eddie's room is, or Edie, whatever the name is. Where am I going? Whoa. I'm you. I'm you.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
What?
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Am I supposed to see something? I don't see any rabbits. Oh. Got a rabbit.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Ew.
Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Bigger than the rabbit. What kind of LSD trip am I on?
A mama rabbit.
Are they that much bigger than the regular rabbit?
She
like
was
a normal
almost too
rabbit
big to
size.
carry. I
That's
started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
what? What is this game?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
There's clearly a fish there. I see it.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
What's? Om nom.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
What?
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I'm a snake now. A giant alien
Now I
worm.
was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Ew. Is there a tentacle?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
I'm sure this isn't a horror game? I'm not sure.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam
Taco Bell.
towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I'm so confused by this game. If you're just now joining, because I saw someone just did, feel free to go back. This is real interesting, but also unbelievably confusing. Ew! Ew! Eat someone's booty! Gonna eat your booty!
I got closer and closer.
Wait, it's me. Where's the gerbil? My parents? What am I doing?
all of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep.
What?
But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
What? What?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Okay.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Am I gonna become a cat? No, but there is a cat. I heard that. I saw that. Saw you,
This will
cat.
be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
I've only seen one thing to interact
When Edie
with.
told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, so that's what the dragon up there was.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
It's kind of weird.
Her room was like a museum.
Really, we're skipping straight to that? Really? There's nothing else? Molly's room felt like I couldn't. Oh.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
I was gonna say with Molly's
Even
room, I
in
got
her
tons
90s.
of things.
Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
I take it that's Edie then. She does not look younger. In this. Frog! Of course the mirror doesn't work.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, this is hideous. No, we know the key's not gonna work. Oh.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
What does that... Oh. No, don't. Don't. No, I didn't... I wasn't done in the other room. Go back. Gotta go through that, like, projector thing first. Gotta check that out. Because I know someone's gonna complain at me. Heck, I'm gonna complain at me if I don't do it and wind up missing one. Okay.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oh, well.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay. Well, that was a little anticlimactic after Molly getting eaten by a monster that was also her. Which makes no sense, but whatever. Just as confused as you guys are, if not more so, because some of y'all probably have some idea what this is. Yikes. We made it 17. It's Calvin.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Was that entirely necessary? Oh no, this is the room with the guy who shared the room with the dead. Yeah. Dead brother for multiple years from earlier. Probably best I can't go up there. Can go up here though. Oh, I wanted the cannonball under the bed.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin,
Oh.
and that he never talked about him.
Maybe because the twin died. So I can go back here now. No, what? Do something with it. What? No, it's too soon to have another exit. No. Turn around. We have just started this room. Chill out, Edith. Going up. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm gonna fit.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Yeah, cats.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
I hope I used both legs.
At Barbara's funeral, he swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Don't leap off, kid. You're wearing a cap.
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, that branch is in the break. Oh, he did it!
The day he made up his mind to fly.
Oh,
And he did.
he's beautiful, but definitely died. That's really tragic.
Calvin's story felt
Wow.
strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Wow.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Wow, that was...
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Billies. I don't want to go that way. Oh, Bigfoot, you scared me!
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
That's right, 'cause she died at 16. I know this because the number's on the door. Is that it in this room? Just her story and that's it? That's... pizza cake cookie? I don't know what to say about that. Yep. Died at 16.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Kind of tasteless.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
Which boobs?
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Wow.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, baby. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I hear that Halloween music.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
BAM! 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 What is this game? Why Halloween? Of all the soundtracks. Look at all this blood! table saw
The
again.
gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
What? I'm actually freaked out. What in the world?
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear. I figured it was the boyfriend.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
The crutch?
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh, here we go again. Wah! Wah! Stupid. What is this? Oh no! I didn't sign up for a horror game. That's not what I thought this was. Oh wait, Walter! He had this room.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
No.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Wait. What's this?
That night, she played her part beautifully.
He's dead.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Go beat him up. Best be ready, son. Yeah, well, I use this crutch. He's not gonna be there.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Is this really smart? Is this smart? Is this smart?
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
What? Oh.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What in the what?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What? I was tracking up until the surprise. I lost it there.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I can actually relate to that. Wanting to be remembered. Alright, Big Belly,
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
It's dark in the house now. It wasn't this dark earlier. A little bit of a loading screen, don't worry about it. I don't think it's supposed to be scary dark, just like it's night now. If there's not a fridge and a punching bag down here, I'm gonna be sad. Guess it's kinda like...
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Nothing wrong with a good tetanus shot. I haven't gotten a tetanus shot in a while. I should get one.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Packages of refrigerators!
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
She was hiding Klondike bars!
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What? What is this game?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
What?
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter lived a good time, though. What is that? 53 years. Still died.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
It's weird that it keeps happening at noon.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
More peaches.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Peaches!
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
I assumed I went this way, do I not? Where am I supposed to go? This isn't a real window. Oh.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
And Calvin fell off
Maybe
his leg.
this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
I am
Whatever's out there,
very lost.
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
I'm about to get hit by a train.
I don't mind if I only have a year left,
I'm not ready to get hit by a train.
or a month, or a single week. I'd be
How
happy.
about hit by a train?
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
No! No!
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Didn't like that. Did not like that.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Getting hit by a train? Well,
But
what's
if
the
she
direction
never
you're going?
told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Let's not go that way.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Okay.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
Just for safety's sake.
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse,
Oh.
we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Wait.
And the history you're a part of.
Who? I thought she said she...
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
She's pregnant. That's why the big belly. It's not the designer trying to subtly say that Edith is overweight. No, it's a baby.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Let's turn all the lights on. I also kind of want to know if there are any trophies involved in this game. And if so, I can almost guarantee one has something to do with the lights. Yes, I'm mostly kidding. Mostly. Yeah, probably for the best. So what? We're missing Milton, who went missing, so allegedly isn't dead. Lewis, who we know died shortly like a week before they all left. I don't know who Sanjay is. Dawn. You got Gus, Gregory, Sam, and Edie. I guess the leaves are maybe like
And when you look at the house,
spouses.
that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh, that's where I'm headed?
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy. You got... You got Zerpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, and Derpy Jr. Got Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Coco, Zoe, Oliver, Shotzi, Shadow, Christopher, the goldfish, Bob, whoever this frog was. You got Bailey, probably not a dog. Unnamed fish and bunny.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Does letters mean something? Humnitfidek! I hope I didn't say something terrible in some different language.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
The house?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Where am I supposed to go from here? All the other times I've had a general idea, but I don't know where I'm supposed to go now.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam, Greg, and Gus. Wait. Gus, Greg, and Sam. 82, 83, and 77? Yeah. Okay.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Where's Sanjay Kumar?
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Interesting that Sanjay never, like, he doesn't have anything on his. The rest generally have had something.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Guess I'm climbing. There's a lot of activity for a pregnant woman.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
This is a bad
I
idea.
never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Knew it. What, we're not walking on the window? Found the branch, but not the window? I see how it is.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
That's a bear.
They were both pretty intense.
He was a Marine.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
It's a stupid thing to be afraid of. Unless you're Native American.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
View it as taking part of your soul away. Nothing else? You got nothing else to say, Edith? You're not gonna look through people, Edith? Okay. Let's... There's a wedding ring up there. Hey, Sam.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hi, Jeff. Hey!
Taking a pee.
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. They found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Take another
I
photo.
bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Fine, whatever.
Give me a minute to check the map.
I'm supposed to take a photo of the map? What am I? Oh.
Let's see. Maybe.
What do you want the photo of so bad? I don't get it.
Or was it? Could have been.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Where is she? Oh.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
She doesn't want to shoot it.
have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Yikes. She's crying.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Oh.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
I'm controlling him? I didn't know that. Go!
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
still...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Yikes.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Take it, Dawn's probably the mom. Oh, sorry. Wait. Oh, it's her when she was younger. What you want? You got beef? You want beef? Where do I go? Back down? Well, where would I go if I went down? I guess I'm going back down. Not crossing over that tree again though, so it's gotta be something else. Nope. Okay, gotta be something else up here. On one hand, I'm digging this game, but it's also kind of sad. It's making me sad. Oh, hello.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Sam was okay, yeah. How old was Greg? Oh, he was 1. Guess we'll get straight into his. Oh, he wrote so much. Lawsuit. No, don't. I was reading that.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
No, I've seen this. I've seen this.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I know what happens. He's gonna unclog the drain. He's gonna pull the plug and he's gonna go down the drain. I realize it doesn't make any sense. What?
That's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Oh
Sam,
no.
I told you I don't want to talk right now.
What he saw. What his world was like. You reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night. I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
No, he's gonna drown. No.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About
No, I'm a frog. I was right. They do pull the plug. What is this game? Makes me sad.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I don't know if y'all heard that, the rivet, but my controller just riveted. And I'm very sad now. Oh. 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 I wasn't ready for this
I can't
game.
imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Gus didn't last long either.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
What?
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh, is there gonna be a storm's gonna strike the kite? Bet the Ben Franklin this kid.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Wow.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
No, it is gonna be a Ben Franklin thing, isn't it? What?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
He seems okay.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
13. So we're missing Edie, Milton, Lewis, and I guess Dawn, she's the mom. Ooh. This is... Poutine! Oh, routine. Really?
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I mean, I don't know anything about pregnancy, but there's no way you're supposed to do that while pregnant. Oh, Dawn and Sanjay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay Kumar. Ten ways to teach critical thinking. She was a smarty pants.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
I mean, yeah, religion's a good thing, despite what modern society seems interested in saying and showing. Was that it? Wait. Wait. Gosh darn it, I gotta go back up there, don't I? I mean, it's her area, right? Like, there's gotta be one of the books for her. Or that.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
That's not safe.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Oh, now we're in the structurally
And for a
unsound
while,
part.
things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
I'm so sorry.
The
Ooh!
beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Really? Peephole again?
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Gotta be a way in, yeah? Oh. Looks like a Rorschach painting. Hi, Milton. It was 11, I think. I saw the missing posters were 1993.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
What? That's it?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Why does he look like Doug? What? That's all there was for Milton? Sorry, Milton, they screwed
Mom
you
spent
over.
months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
You did not get the treatment you deserved there, Milton. I apologize for that. That wasn't cool.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
So what now? What's left? Gosh darn it! Circling back. So, we got Lewis and Dawn left, yeah? Oh! Structurally unsound. This is in no way safe.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
There's no way
After
this
he
is
graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room.
22.
Except Lewis.
It's clearly the way in, so. Also got a trophy for, I guess, looking through all the peepholes. Hey, that's a hookah right there.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
I'm sorry, she meant to say green. It smelled very green. What the heck is that over there? I don't know. Ashes, maybe.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Ooh.
He kept working at the cannery. but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
A soldier.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
He best just follow the words.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Dog.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Yay!
And songs for them to play.
Notice it's getting real big on the left, and like...
He talked about starting a band.
Can't see anything right anymore. Wow!
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The Queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows.
Hey. Wow. Wow. Wow.
He followed the sound of her.
You know what? Screw it. Electric sitar.
Electric sitar.
I hear that.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Notice that I can't see anything anymore.
He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
This is so weird. Like, this is cool.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh. Hey.
Began to forget the world we know.
I don't see this going
I think it
well.
pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh, is that me?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Yeah, it's me. I'm not touching the salmon.
I still thought I could save him.
It's gonna drop
Even
off.
after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
They don't have faces. This is weird.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Where I die. Yeah, there's no way I can. There's no way it's real.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
I
There was
see
only
that.
one thing left to do.
He's gonna lose his head. I see that. I see that guillotine.
Bend down his head.
No. No. No.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who know him.
No. Oh.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
No. I can't take this, man.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Packing peanuts everywhere.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to arm you now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
But my chicken.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your story. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
To be honest, I hadn't planned on doing this all in one sitting.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
That breaks up into 2 parts, or even 3.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
That's a deer. Bye.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Like deer?
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now,
Is she going into labor
things
right
didn't
now?
work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Wow. I'll be honest, I don't know what to say about this one. I don't feel like there's a lot to say, necessarily. I mean, after all, you were all there for it. You all know what happened. Yeah, I have no idea what to say here. I guess what's important to say, trying to keep it kind of appropriate and fitting in the context of everything we've just been through together. It's We don't have all the time in the world. So it's important to not only use the time we have well, but also to not be afraid to use it. I mean, don't act stupid, of course, but we don't have forever here, so we may as well use the time we have. And likewise, the people you love don't have forever, so appreciate them. There's not really much, I think, more for me to say here. I'm gonna let the credits roll, and then I'm gonna cut the stream. Thank you all so much for going through this with me, experiencing what's the name of this game? What Remains of Edith Finch. Like I said, I'm gonna cut my own mic now and the stream once the credits are done rolling. But I want to thank you all for being here, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.